And welcome back to Airgunner's Edge. This is my FX Dreamline. This will be the Huma reg install and continuation of the new gauge installation. So where I left off, actually nice clean hands today. Not late in the day, so I'm wide awake. Okay, so we're just going to jump right in this, and we're going to go with a reg swap over first. I couldn't find my 21 millimeter, and which I believe it is for the gauge size. So I have a little plastic here, and I actually think this will be better anyways, not to scratch it. Even though it's the old one, I still don't want to scratch it. I could find use for it later, or if someone else may need one, whatever. So we're just going to take this off first. And we're going to take a peek under there. Okay, it turns off real easy. Let's not scratch anything. So, okay. Fairly straightforward. I'll probably need a pick to get the O-ring out. And, okay, old reg is out. And since I am doing this, I'm going to put a new, obviously, actually there's two different, I'm not sure if they're two different sizes or not. We're going to find out though. Okay, one is a different size than the other. As you can see, this top one is thicker, that is thinner. We'll see if we can pull the old one out. Or I might just even throw that new one right back in, but I'd rather not take any chances. So, oh, apparently all my, nope, never mind. I was going to say none of my picks are around. And for this, I am, dang it, unprepared. Give me 1 second. I have a set of jewelers. There they are. Sorry, a little messy. I've been doing quite a bit on the side for myself here without making videos. So this is all I use. Beautiful thing. Especially when you're working with the small stuff. And I actually want to show you guys something. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. Even before I put the pick in there, can you see that little bit of debris in there? I sure do. So, that's the first thing that instantly caught my eye. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can get that out of there. And, whoops, my apologies. It's a very tight fit on this clamp. So let me take a peek in there, and that's another reason why I use the jeweler glasses, because I probably wouldn't have seen it. And I want it to fall out, not in. Unfortunately, I cannot. And it looks like it fell in. Damn it. See, that's the only issue with doing videos. It's sometimes you just can't get the right angles. Okay. So this is what was in there. And this is what was supplied with it. So there's two compressed, oh come on, my phone's not focusing. So either there's two compressed O-rings together here, which I will double check, and my phone is not cooperating. Come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. Well, anyways, you guys saw. Now I just want to shut the video off and try getting that out. But I'm going to take another peek in here, make sure there's no other O-rings. And there is not. It's a flat surface on the bottom. I know I'm getting a little too far into detail with this, but I want you guys to know and see exactly what I'm doing and what I'm dealing with. Alright, so now that's really bothering me, that piece going in there. Because obviously you don't want to leave it in there. I really wish I had. Sorry, I might be out of sight for 1 second. I just want to get this close to the light. That's not going to help much at all. What I will probably try doing is I'm going to flip it upside down and take a little compressed air and put it here and see if that blows out the gauge hole. And hopefully I have air in my compressor tank. So to do this, sorry about that. I was not expecting to have to use my air compressor. So we're just going to give her a little air, see if we can get that out. If not, I'll probably shut down the video and get that out of there. Come on. Yeah, I don't see anything, which is not good. I want that out of there. Alright, I just cocked the gun. I'm just going to see if I can... Now, whether that was part of the cause of the gauge not showing it's going up all the way or the reg, I don't know, but it would be coming out towards the reg, so I don't think it would have any effect. So you never know what you're going to run into, and it's just something you have to keep your eye on. Alright, I'm going to try this again. Definitely want to make sure. And it could have actually pushed it out the barrel. I'm not positive. We're going to cock it again. Just a little air down the barrel. And once again, I'm going to try in here. know if that's it or not. Ah, I believe it is. I believe I got it. Okay, good. That makes me feel so much better. So it is a piece of rubber, and no matter what manufacturer or whatnot, stuff happens. But I got it out, and I am satisfied with that. We're just going to put it over the side. It is a little piece of rubber, so I'm guessing from the O-ring. And as you can see from this, it probably did come off of this. So I don't think no harm, no foul. I think it was just sitting there. It had no place to go because, like I said, it would be pushed up against here. So, all right, anyways. And unfortunately, I did not, which I'm kind of regretting now, take it upon myself to print out the instructions because I'm not positive on if I need both O-rings or not. So we're going to do both O-rings, and this is kind of a test and see kind of deal. So if I run into anything, I'm going to make another video and I'll show you guys. So I'm going to put the thicker one. Let's just take a peek. And I know some of you guys have installed this and you'll probably tell me, oh no, I had to do this and I had to do that. But I'm just going to go with one because the thicker one is the thickness of the one that came out. And I mean, very sparingly, I'm just going to put a little silicone on here. There's barely anything on my hands. It just adds a little slickness to it. That's just a little too much. Beautiful. And we're going to see where it ends up going in. You know what? I'm just going to add just a little bit to the threads. Little. So you can see just a little gloss on there. Oh, I love this gauge already. Now what I want to do is just take a peek. I don't want to bottom the threads out and not have enough surface. Yeah. Alright, so with that hand tight, and it's getting pretty tight, I would have to go almost another 180 degrees to get it to sit there. I'm going to try gently and see what happens. If I think it's too tight or if the threads are bottoming out, I'm just going to stop, put the other O-ring on. But it was consistent with the thickness of the original. And I don't know where I put that little plastic. Oh, there it is. The air blew it off. Nah, to be honest, it just feels like it's too tight. So, guess what? I'm going to back it off. I'm going to put that other O-ring in. Like I said, if I have leaks or anything, I still have the original. But you just got to know when to stop and rethink your strategy here. Alright, so we're going to do this. We're going to pop this one in. Sorry, I was trying to finish up my daughter's homework and get in here to do this because I'm pretty anxious to Yeah, that feels so much better. Okay. So I'm going to use both for now. Oh yeah, that is just about right there. All right, beautiful. Okay. So let's take this off so I don't have to keep listening to air. You do need a certain size. Just make sure this is clean. Certain size screwdriver to fit in here. And as I stated in the other video, I'm going to go 10 past where I want it. And let's see if I can see the little line. Okay, so it's set at 130 right now. I'm going 160. So I'm going to go up to 175. You know what? Yeah, 175, and I'm going to go back down to 165. Now this is just a preliminary. I'm not going to record every single time I take this in and out or adjust for pressure. It would be a long, tedious videos, and you guys would be really bored. But this is just the initial. More silicone, of course, just a little bit. I don't use much, just to make it slide in better. So putting that silicone over there because I'm going to keep kneading it. Okay, and as I stated in my last video, and by directions from Huma, there is that little hole right there. Come on. Okay. Yeah. There we go. So this is going to be opposite of where you would externally adjust the hole. So I'm going to be 180 degrees off from that hole when I install it. Sorry. I don't want to screw anybody up. It will go in this way. And the hole is on the bottom here. The hole is on the top. So we're just going to line it up. Oh, there we go. I got it past, gently past the threads. Oh, there it is. Okay. And on other ones, I actually do have an O-ring on my other Huma regulators. There's usually no ring there, but we're going to drop that in. There we go. And try to get it consistent. Oh, see. Now I don't know if I went too far, but you can see right there, there's an O-ring. You don't want that. Sometimes when it gives, it goes a little too far. No, actually it has to go more. Sorry. But that's why you have to double check. Oh, see, now that went too far. Okay, there we go. And before I put the tube on, of course, I'm going to put this on. Just a little more silicone around the O-ring. A little on the threads just to make it go in better. This stuff you just have to be gentle with, but it'll go. And because that piece is in, I don't want it to fall out, so I'm going to hold it like this. And I hear my German Shepherd barking, which I should have let her in before. Nice little snug. I'm going to put a little more silicone here. I know most of you guys have done your own work and this is nothing new to you, but like I said, I'm just going over the bases. And this is internally adjustable. You cannot adjust this regulator from the outside. I don't have an issue with that. That's how all my other ones are. Yes, it would be nice to be externally regulated, but it is what it is, and I'm going with it. Very simple procedure, actually. And I'm going to give it a good turn. We're right back where we started on the bottom. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to keep going, of course. I'm going to reinstall it. Decock it. I'm just going over in my head, sorry, on everything I'm doing here. Just give me a second. Okay, so, excuse me. Let's add air and see what we get. And I will let this sit overnight or maybe even another day, just to make sure it doesn't have any leaks. I'm not going to use my my young hen compressor. It's a little too noisy, so I have my bottle. I'll fill it up. And we'll see. Oops. Actually, it's been a while since I've used any silicone on here. So, and I love this fitting. I actually bought this for the Hatson. It's multi-gun purpose, and the double O-rings, no issues whatsoever and leaks. Okay, and I don't know how much is in this bottle, so, but I just want to get it to seat and see if there's any. Oh, okay. Oh, I hear it leaking out the barrel. Not a big deal. Yep. Sometimes that'll do it. I'll add a little more pressure until it seats. If it does seat, if not, I'll take it back off. No, unfortunately, still leaking. All right. Nope, still leaking. So what I might have to do is just, I'm going to take the end off and give it a little push and make sure that regulator is seated that way. And that could be the issue. I'll let it drain out, of course. Don't want any air in there when you're taking it apart. I should have actually taken the wooden dowel and given it a little push. But all right, air's just about out. I just have to let it go a little more. I can still hear it draining, so. And if there's air in here, you will have a lot of pressure. Am I in focus? Or pretty much there. You will have a hard time getting this off. So, yep, see there's a lot of pressure on there. So let it drain some more. I'm in no hurry. Well, a little bit of a hurry, but all right, sounds like it is. It's hard because you can't hold it and twist it out at the same time. Oh, God. All right, let's see if we can do this then. Yeah, okay. Not everything goes as you plan, but it is one of those things. Okay. Yeah, much easier when it's off the gun. And then I'll screw the tube back on, give it a push in. And you know what? I'm actually going to pop that back out just to make sure I didn't damage one of the O-rings. And make sure it is in the proper location. Okay. So, just going to take a quick look. No nicks. No, it looks good. And it had about the same amount of force as the other one did coming out. So I'll repeat the process. Turn this 180. I'll use my finger so I know exactly where it is. All right, and I will try to watch this as it goes in. Sometimes it just really tough to push in there. And then when it does go, it wants to go flying. So before I get too far, I'm gonna let this piece dictate how far it pushes in. No chips or anything, nicks out of the O-ring. Let's get this going. All right, it's getting resistance now, so it's pushing that reg up. it should be 1 or 2 more turns. Yep, right there. Now I'm just going to double check this. No, we're good. The only thing that seems a little off is there's an O-ring here, but no O-ring here. And it definitely looks like an O-ring would go right here. And obviously I did not take one off. Before I get that on. Okay, I can feel inside where that O-ring seats. Let's try this again. Okay, so this time I'm going to leave it uncocked and try adding air. As I said, I don't even know how much air is in this bottle, so I probably should have filled it up first, but no, definitely I might not have enough air in this tank, and it's just not doing it. So we're going to jump over to the compressor. And we'll give that a shot. Just going to jump over there for 1 second. I don't even know if I can swing the camera around. Alright, get my pump going. And that did the job. Okay. So apparently I had no air left in that tank, which I apologize. Um, and, oh, look at this. Reg is at 165. And how do I know? Because I can tell with the new gauge if this thing. So 165. That is awesome. Okay, I'm happy. I was getting a little worried there. But there we go. That's awesome. Okay, I just didn't have enough air pressure. Put this back on. That is sweet. I am very happy. So very happy. Of course, like I said, I gotta let this sit overnight. If it stays filled, maybe I'll try to take it to work tomorrow. I hope I have slugs left. Oh God, I haven't even been worried or concentrating on that. So pretty much straightforward. I'm gonna have to wait. I think that's my best bet. I'm just gonna leave it here, and I'll do a part. I'm gonna have a couple parts to this, but for the most part, now you guys see what I did and how I did it, and I am friggin' ecstatic. And I really can't wait to try this now. Because the slugs are more than pellets, I think I'm going to do accuracy and chrony testing, which I usually do anyways, but I'll try to do that on video. I might do a quick test run before I put it on camera, but yeah, I am friggin' happy as hell. Anyways, we're just gonna... Oh, wow. I forgot this is a little noisier without the moderator on there. And the Donnie FL, man, I give this guy credit because this quiets this damn gun down so much. It's just a mouse fart. Especially if you're just shooting pellets, it's a little louder with these slugs because obviously I'm putting a whole lot more air through it. But all right, I am happy, very, very happy. I hope this helps you guys out. If anybody else is thinking of this, I mean, yes, I did it, but now comes the most important thing: performance, accuracy. I'm shooting slugs. I'm not worried about shot count. If I'm hunting with this or whatever, I'm not trying to get the normal 48 shots I normally would be getting out of this with the 18 grains. So someone asked me, and which is a good question, the new bottles that are coming out,